Okay, well, welcome. And today's topic of the month is Facebook Groups 101. Again, I'm Lonnie Lott with L.L.Consulting. As you guys know, here is, I have introductions first. So we're going to talk about Facebook Groups, the features of groups, kind of how do you start one, what are the features of building one out, either like what Kirsten has done in terms of putting it as part of her business, her writing, or if you're just starting one for an organization or a cause or interest. And then how do you really build that Facebook group if and how do you engage in it as a member too? So there's some things that I learned this month when I was putting this together that I didn't know, and I'm excited to share them with you. You may already know these, but Facebook, is always changing things, updating, changing, moving things around. I was so upset when they redid the entire format of Facebook pages because I had just gotten used to how to navigate the old format, and then they changed it. So it's always great to just kind of follow along and check in with Facebook if you belong to any Facebook communities, or just checking in and Googling to see if there's new features. Because they do change things. They change the names of things, like announcements now is the way that you pin things on Facebook groups. It used to have a different name. So, okay, that's me. You know about Charlie. Charlie may join us. He loves Facebook groups. He probably belongs to one on long-haired dachshunds and why do they bark at their webinars. Yeah, he is such a funny dog. He's so funny. But anyways, he may chime in. And as you know, I have been have my own woman owned business for 25 years. And I was telling you, Anita, earlier that I taught for Shasta College about 10 years ago. I did the business planning series. And then, of course, things changed, directors changed, our SBDC moved, the college was kind of going through transition. But the one person that was consistent there was the person that oversaw the community ed. And she reached out to me. She looked me up on LinkedIn, which is going to be October 7th. Lifelong learning course, and she said, what do you think about doing some courses for this? And I said, absolutely. And so we talked about kind of the since everybody is on digital these days, or we're on our computers so much more than we were prior maybe to the pandemic, how about all of these features that all of these platforms have and how it kind of can relate to individuals. So that's how we kind of got here at Shasta College. And I'm so happy. I just love teaching these. And it's really nice to have a group that comes back every time and we kind of get to know each other. So we're kind of forming our own little group called the Lifelong Learning Shasta College folks. So just as a refresher, when I talk about all this terminology in Facebook, and I always want to apologize because I change up things and not am as clear sometimes when I am actually sharing information about them, that our Facebook profile is our personal account. And it's made for one person. And that is how you get into and create pages and groups and marketplace and all of those other type of platforms and features that Facebook has. So our profile is about you. It is limited to a maximum of 5,000 friends. I think I have 220 friends, so I'm close to that 5,000 mark. Is that a goal of mine? No. I had that many friends. That's way too much information I'm sharing. You can share, your photos, your videos, post about your life, where you're checking in, all those kind of personal things. Now, back in the beginning, many business individuals started a Facebook profile and they were using it for their business. And that's okay if you've done that and you're continuing to do that. But they really, like I've mentioned before, Facebook wants you to get that make that transition over to Facebook pages. So you can like pages and you can join groups, you can create pages and you can create groups through your profile. You do have to have a profile to go into these other pages and groups. And then our page is about, is really for brands, authors, artists, celebrities, businesses, nonprofit organizations. It's really the forward facing public piece of Facebook. And people connect with by liking the page. When you are on your personal profile, friends request to be your friend and follow you on Facebook pages. They like the page. You don't have to let them like it or not. And then they will follow you. You can encourage them to follow you. If they just like your page, it's not every post of yours that you post on your Facebook page will go into a like news feed if a person's just liking the page. If they're following you, it is technically supposed to go into their news feed. Now, with that said, if you're not posting, 2 or 3 times a week on your Facebook page, then and a person is a pretty robust Facebook user, things are going to drop into their personal profile quite quickly and your stuff can get buried. And so unless you're like my husband who likes to go and like dig through his entire news feed to see what has been posted, you may never, some of your followers may not see your content. It grows quite quickly. And I go onto my profile, I don't know, maybe once a week. And I get halfway through and then I'm like, okay, some of this is ads, some of this is from pages. So, we kind of start to filter. So you just kind of want to remember that about pages. You can have services, make appointments, you can run ad campaigns on your page for your business, for your organization, for your brand. You can also boost posts. You can respond to messages. It has a detailed about section where you can actually link folks to your websites. And then in May of 2020, Facebook introduced the shop feature where you can actually post products, uplist list products, and they can be purchased right off the app and the exchange happens in the app. So some businesses, some organizations are using that feature. So then let's talk about groups because that's why we're here today. Let me get my notes out. Now, remember, I am going to give you, send you a link to this recording on the YouTube as in the playlist, and only those who have the link can see the recording. So don't feel comfortable. I'm not putting all of this out into the public arena. Only if you share it with someone do they see it. So it is a private playlist just for those who have the link. And then I'll be emailing you also the notes from the PowerPoint presentation. So you can come back and if you just want to listen to me again and go through this, or just kind of fast forward it to a certain section I spoke about, so you will have that as a resource. Okay, so business Facebook group. And I should just call it Facebook group, not business, because we're really talking about just Facebook groups. And it's closer to a community forum than either your personal profile or a Facebook page. It's really about creating a group of like interests, like causes, and people and members in communicating and sharing and having kind of like this online forum where they can post things, ask questions, and members can then respond to it. So it really is that type of feature that Facebook created with groups. Lots of groups out there, lots of groups for interest. Juanita and I were talking about the ones that we've kind of been part of. The cooking forums, the cooking groups are very popular. I was on one when all of the pandemic hit and I needed to, sign up for the unemployment as a self-employed person, and I didn't really know how and what was going on. So I joined a group, and their administrator was great. He answered anybody's question, people shared things, and it can get kind of ruly. If a lot of people are in that group, there's a lot of posts and the threads get deep and it can be confusing, but it is really meant for that purpose. And groups can be set up to let individuals in only, or just profiles and or pages. And so it's a filter that the group has, and I will show you where that is, because many times groups are formed and they don't want pages in there. They don't want your page in there because they feel like maybe the group will get too heavy in promotion. They don't want a page, and they're thinking it's a business or an organization. If you're representing that, if you're the administrator or the moderator for that, you can join as a page. So often they're just wanting you individually. Now, with that said, I'll show you where you can share your page post as an individual in your group that you belong to, and it kind of gives it a little bit of promotion, but that's kind of something we'll talk about.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since I've never done groups or never part of groups, I see your groups all on the left. How do you create a group? Are you going to
go? We're going to get there, Michael. I'm going to show you. We're going to walk right through it. I'm just kind of giving you an overview right now. So yeah, I know that's the most important part here. Yeah, you can see all my groups here, and a lot of them I've joined because I'm managing. Remember I said I manage about 5 or 8 other organizational pages. And some of those I've joined as the page, some of them I've joined as myself, and then I have one that I'm actually created myself as the administrator that's linked to another organization. So yeah, there's lots of groups there. So anyways, there's 3 types: public and visible. And when we get into choosing what those different types mean, when I show you, I'll talk a little bit more about what that means. And then there's private and visible, or there's private and hidden. Most people use private and visual. And private and visual is really for your group. Your group can be seen on the internet, but people can only join by asking to join. They have to be invited or they have to be let in. Public and visible means that it's public and anybody can join. And then private and hidden means nobody can see it and it's hidden. So it's really like a secret club. It's very inclusive and you're invited to join it, and you can't see it on the public Facebook if you're searching for a group. So with let me see here. I got to get to the right page.
May I ask a question?
Sure can.
So on my group page, I choose to post things publicly, not just to my group.
Right.
But my type of group, composed with my friends so far,
yeah,
is private and visible.
Okay.
So I think I'm doing the private and visible as a type, but I'm choosing to post some things publicly.
Okay, so closed groups can be found by anyone, but only members can see the post. So public groups are open to all. So I don't know what kind you have. So when we get there, we'll look at that and you can see which kind you have.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Groups are for people who share a common interest, and then members, and then I have a slide in here and I'll talk about the different roles. Members, if you just join a group, you can post things to the group, you can comment on group posts, you can interact with other members, and you can even sell things. So the administrator doesn't have to, it's not like you're having to post stuff and people see it. Actual members can post things. The administrator and the moderator's role is to really kind of manage the group, make sure that everyone is honoring the rules and staying on topic. Maybe kind of, if things get flat, kind of generate some discussion points, and has access to all the different features. So here are the roles who manage groups, the difference. So if you start your own group, you're going to automatically be the administrator. You can make another member administrator or moderator. So often groups that are of public, interest, let's say it's a group of cooking, like Juanita was in an Instant Pot group. And maybe one person started it, but it became a lot of members and she couldn't keep up with all that. And and somebody else said, hey, I'd be more than happy to kind of, respond to people's comments, keep things going, make sure and let people in. So you can make other people administrators. And there is not a limit to how many can be, or a moderator. If you're an administrator, you can remove somebody. So if somebody's like, wow, you're not doing your job, you're hijacking this group, you can take them out. You can manage group settings. For example, you can change the group name, you can change the cover photo, the private settings, basically full access to that group and all the settings. Now, if you're a moderator, then you can also then approve or deny membership requests. So when we talk about a private, a closed group where anyone, it can be found by anyone, but people have to ask to join, this is where a moderator can also let folks request, in. They can honor that request and let that person in the group. You can approve or deny post in the group. As an administrator or a moderator, you can remove posts and comments on posts. So sometimes things can get a little heated in a group maybe, or there's just something that was irrelevant to the post and you can remove it. You can block people from the group. Now, this doesn't happen a lot, but you have to be able to have that ability. And so if that is something that has to happen, then the administrator or the moderator can do that. And then you can pin or unpin a post. And then we'll talk about badges when I get to it. So those are the roles. This is right off of Facebook. Just kind of gives you an idea of what those, what responsibilities and actions you can do. Okay, so this is a great question because this is where Michael really wanted me to probably start in. And I'm going to go through all of these features. We're going to talk about creating your group, walk through that step. What are the privacy settings? What are the rules? A description, how important that is, tags, location, your group icon, your cover photo, member profiles, badges, and then adding members. So this is the one group that I created that is linked to a page, and I use this as demonstration. I haven't fully built it out. I have 4 members, 2 of them are me, but this is just a forward facing picture, and you can see me sitting in there because I'm teaching this. That's cute. I did that while I was waiting to start the PowerPoint. So let's see, let me get out of here. I'm going to minimize my PowerPoint. Now, all this that I'm going to explain are going to be in my notes. So you can take notes yourself and then compare them to what I said, or you can just listen along here. Okay. All right. So here we have my beautiful profile page. Remember my little picture up here of me and Charlie, and this is Lonnie. I'm on my home. So my news feed is right down the middle here. Now I have a group. So this is the little group icon. It's up here on the top. If you're over here, there should be an icon for a group. And you just click on there, and there should be one that says create new group. Michael, do you have that?
Yeah, I see it. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's going to be under that group of, and then you'll see if because I clicked on my homepage under my group, because I'm on my profile, right? Remember, I'm on my profile. Let me go back just one more time. This is my profile. I'm on my personal profile. And this, of course, if I said see more, you're going to see all of the things that I can access under my personal profile. And my friends are up here, and then groups, and then pages. That would be where my pages would be. And then marketplace. So groups right there. It's that little icon of people. It looks like a dog print to me. Charlie told me it was a dog print. I said, no, Charlie, it's a people. Anyway, so you go on your groups. And then this is all about the groups, okay? So the create is right there. Then there's one that I manage. This would be where your groups that you manage would be listing. And it's posted right there. And then groups I've joined. Now, some of these I've joined as a individual, me personally, and some I've joined as a page. So we will get there to show you the difference. There's some features that I kind of wanted to show you on those, but let's go ahead. So here's where you create your group. And I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to create a group today because I don't need to go through that. I'll just show you the options. And then I'm going to use my group to show you how to navigate as an administrator. So you click there. The thing about Facebook, they made it really simple right from the beginning. So first of all, you're going to, your group name. So you want to think about this. If you're like Kirsten and it's going to be part of your page, or like you're going to make it part of your organization, then you might want to, call it that same name, have some kind of group name that relates to what your group is going to be about. If it's instant pot cooking or recipes from Denmark. My uncle is Danish, and he belongs to this cooking group that is all about people in Denmark who share their recipes. Now, sometimes that language, it's actually in Danish. So I'm like, well, this is interesting. My husband joined that group. I don't know. I said, do you speak Danish? And he goes, no, but it's very interesting. So, you kind of want to think about what you want to call your group. So you put your name in there, and then you choose your privacy setting. So the public are open to all who's in the group and what they post. Anyone can see that. So if you have a public group, and there's one that I belong to for Arizona State Parks, and it's a public group, and it's on the internet, in Facebook, and it pops up under the Google search, Arizona Parks. It'll be in the Google search down the line, and then anybody can join it, and you can see all the posts. If you only members can see who's in the group and what they post, that's private. So only members who can see who's in the group and what they post. You can see the group, but you have to be invited in to be part of it, and then to see who are members and what they post in there. So if we do public, you can see right under the group name over here on the right-hand side, where it's all black and gray, because they're gray and white because we haven't done anything. So group name is the first thing, and then public, and then if I change it to private, there you says private group. Now, if I want to make it invisible, you want to hide the group, then you hide the group, and only members can see the group. So it's not going to show up when you do a Google search. Only members are going to see the group. So you have to work really, really hard and reach out to folks to get them and invite them into your group, to allow them to come in. This is not used a lot. I don't know of too many hidden groups because I haven't ever been invited to one, but you can use that, and it's more inclusive. It may be used for maybe a business or an organization might use it as an added, extremely high level elite added on. type of activity, or maybe a business might want to create a group, or an individual might want to create a group for a focus group to be used as a sounding board for something, and then the group goes away. So anyway, so those usually it's either going to be public or it's going to be private and not hidden, visible. Okay, does that all make sense there? And then the next thing you want to do is you're going to add a description and a photo. So I'm going to go ahead. I have to be able to do this in order to just show you and get things going. So I'm going to go back to my page and show you where that all is. So this is how you start one. Of course, you can see Lonnie Lott is the administrator right there. I'm created and under my profile, my personal profile. You can create one under your business. You would go to, or your page, right? Then you would go to whatever page you want to go to. And then you would go up to your group here, that little icon on the top. And then I could create a new group. Let's see if this worked. Oh, no, I have to go in a different way. So we will save that for another day. Let's just talk about just creating it this way. I think I have to go through Business Suite, so it makes it a little bit more complicated. Okay, so let's get out of there. Okay, let's go to the group I manage. As you can see, this is Arizona Downtown Alliance. That's the page that is the administrator of this group, as well as myself. So it gets a little confusing, but this is a group by Arizona Downtown Alliance. Okay, it's a private group, which means I allow people can see it they can see it, but only members can see who individuals that belong to can post and things like that. So so over here, this always tells you kind of the private and visible. So let's go up here to edit. So let's go to settings here. I think this is where we go to build it out a little bit. Okay, so set up group. So after you get your name, after you
I had a question on this particular group you're sharing.
Yes.
The Arizona Downtown Alliance. Did you do that under your profile or under your pages?
I did it under both.
You did it
so I created it under, I created it under Arizona Downtown Alliance, and I'm administrator of that page, but then I also made myself personal an administrator. So it is linked back to my page. So it's under my page. Yeah, I know. And I kind of wanted just to show you how to do it with not a business, more of either way, it doesn't matter how you set it up. They're all the same. They allow all the same kind of features. So once you set up your page, then you're going to want to go through and build it out about it, right? So the first thing is the name. I can change this name because I'm the administrator. Now, we don't often change names of groups. You can change it if you want to. The members will still be there. Maybe you called it something and you realized, oh gosh, this is just too confusing. I just need to call it Instant Pot recipes, not Instant Pot recipes, maintenance, how do I turn it on kind of thing. I'm just making that up. So I call this at Arizona Downtown Professional Champions and Supporters. Kind of wordy, but I wanted to make sure that Arizona and downtown was in that because it's linked back to the Arizona Downtown Alliance page. But it's open to anyone in the that is not part of my page. Anyone who's on Facebook can request to join this group. It doesn't have to be a page, can be a profile, can be an individual. So let's say that that someone in a little town Sedona, and they have a downtown, and they wanted to join this group and learn more about what's going on, share best practices. They have a problem with maybe graffiti, and they want to throw a question out there. What have other communities addressed? And so the city council person joins, or the city manager joins, or a downtown business joins that's involved. So that's how you kind of think about your group and who would be the members that would be attracted or interested in your group. And then the description is extremely important. You want to think about the description is about the function, the reason you have it, what are people going to get value out of it, why would I want to join this? And so my description is about the group. This group is for individuals that are involved in supporting, participating, and or coordinating Arizona Main Street programs, a historic downtown, and we want to share accomplishment or an issue with the group, discuss best practices. So this line of, when you hover over a group name, this description comes up. So you can change your description anytime. You could even down the line say, hey guys, what do I'm thinking about, maybe we might want to add something to our description. Our group has kind of started to talk about some other things that weren't in the description. You have any ideas of what we might want to add to that description? You can use your group for that. But this is the forward-facing piece out on the internet when people are searching Facebook groups that describes your group. And what are people going to learn, gain, communicate, have fun with in this group? Make sense? Okay, so we're good there. We don't want to save anything. Then you can change it if you wanted to change it to public or private. You can do it and change it. Go back. Okay, don't want to change anything. We want a private. Oh, oops, sorry guys. My computer sometimes gets a little glitchy. I apologize for that. Okay,
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
You're obviously working with this Arizona Downtown Alliance. Is that a state group or is that a city group? That
is actually a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit.
It is a nonprofit, yes.
Now I'm going to be possibly working with the city I live in. It's Reading, which is this the city has Reading, but also has a Facebook page. If they have a Facebook page, is that really a page, or is that a Facebook thing that they? How can I tell if it's a page or not?
You would, if it's a page, it's going to be a like. Do you like this page?
Okay.
Yeah. Most cities have pages. So you would like that page, then you could follow that page, and you could post, if they post something, you could comment on that post. And then they should, if they have any groups they're administrating. Now, most of the time, cities don't have a group. They don't get into a group, although some do. And so you would want to just see if there's a group where then you could join either as your page or as an individual or as both, if they allow that. And then you would be part of this group where you could share things and ask questions. It's more of a forum versus a page, business page that the City of Reading personnel is pushing out content. Groups are more about, yeah. And there is a group that I am going to show you that I belong to. It's called Open for Business Shasta County. And it was created specifically when the pandemic hit, and encourages businesses to join and share what they're doing and support each other. So that might be a group you might want to, once you get your page up, or you might want to join as an individual to kind of just see what businesses are saying, who's sharing in that. They allow organizations to share in that group.
Thank you.
Okay, we can change the location of where you're located. You can add, a couple, you can add a neighborhood, state. So if you want to put where you're located, that's great. If you don't, if you feel like you want to be more global and you don't want to define exactly a certain area, of course, Arizona is in my title of my group. So why would I not want to put Arizona there? So I put my location. And then now here is where we can customize our group. So we link on here. Now, this is the UR web address. This is my URL for the group name. Once your group has more than 5,000 members, you won't be able to customize your address again. Okay, well, I don't have 5,000 members yet. So Facebook /groups /Arizona Downtown Alliance. So you want to name your group there. And again, this helps people with searching for you. You can put that in a post. The @ when people go to tag you, this is what's going to pop up. You want to not have the one they give you, which is, I think, numbers like they do with your page. So you want to customize that and have it as close to your group name that you possibly can. One area that I want to go back, and I need to go back. Well, I'll go back after I get the setup. So now we set up our group. Go back. I'm going to go back once because the setup for your picture. I got to go this way. No. Go back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to get to my group. Go to my personal profile. Get to my groups. Come on, Safari, work with me today. So up here is your banner, right? This is, you have to change it on your forward facing, not in the settings. So if we want to edit that, now this is what Facebook has some illustrations that they have for you to put on your group if you don't have your own photo done or an uploaded photo. So you can choose from these different there's one with sports, one with outside recreation, one with children, one with music, one with exercise. I chose the one that is like shopping downtown. I have not created a banner yet for it. I could create one. I just haven't got around to it. You could take a picture. You can they recommend if you're going to be linking this to your page, your business page or your organization page or your brand page, and it's it's by your business, that you put maybe your logo in there, because this is actually becomes kind of your profile. So this is kind of important to think about your banner, and this is where you edit it right here. Okay, so group affiliation is located in that banner. You can add a group affiliation to show that a specific person or organization is the administration of the group. So this would be where you would want to then, if you're the administrator of your group, then you would want to have this affiliation. See, if I don't have that, then Downtown Alliance is no longer affiliated with that. When I am a community organization, then I can click on there, and then it's affiliated with that, and it becomes a group of that page, of that organizational page. Does this make sense? And then the administrator's name will appear at the bottom of the group's cover photo. So let's just look what happens if okay, so see, now it's not affiliated with it anymore. It's not a group by the Downtown Association. I'm still an administrator of it, but it's not affiliated with that. It's just a group, and nobody knows that it's affiliated with that page. Okay, any questions on that? So let's go ahead.
When you were using your illustrations, you said you had 5. shopping, music, exercise, or the other two? I would just.
Yeah, let's see. There's, looks like there's like you're selling things maybe.
Yeah.
And then there's like outside, everybody's around a campfire. So maybe outdoor recreation. There's one with children, one with music, one with exercise. And then the one I chose, because it's not showing there, is about people probably going downtown and shopping and eating and community.
Okay.
Yeah, you would probably want to think about one for your own group if it's affiliated with your page, or you could use Upsplash that has really nice photography that you can use without, it's already trademark that you can use it, copyrighted. They just ask you to give credit to the photographer. You don't have to. You could create one on Canva. That's a free design site. And I would say kind of look at different groups and see what their banner covers look like. So if you're going to want to add your own logo and things, you're probably going to want to use a site like Canva, Canva, to create that banner where you can load up your logo on it and then actually tailor it, customize it. Okay, so let's go back to our settings. We're going to go finish setting up our group, customizing our group. You can choose a group color. You get all these different colors. So you can change the color of your group, which is kind of fun. So if we wanted to change it to purple, we could change it to purple. And then some of the stuff I'll show you when we go back will be purple. Badges. Okay, badges are for people that you can earn and display in this group. Now, I have a badge as administrator, but I have to have 50 or more members before they start to pop up and be shown. So badges are things that help. It's a new visual feature, and it's designed to help people learn about other group members. There are badges for your administrator, for your moderator, for a group expert. These are members who answer questions and share their expertise. If somebody chooses that badge, it has to be approved by the administrator. For new members, it will show up for 2 weeks that you're a new member. It's a badge. Rising star, visual storyteller, and conversation starter. Now, all of my badges are activated. Once I get to 50 members in my group, then these badges can be chosen by the individuals, or some of them have to be, the administrator has to allow it. So if I wanted to say, okay, I don't really want any group experts, so I would just unclick it. Then that badge is not going to be available. I have all the badges clicked. I think that is the default of my Facebook. And the purpose is when you start to have 50 more members and there's a lot of interaction in that group, a new person coming in wants to kind of see what's going on, wants to see, kind of get them up to speed fast. And it helps just kind of keep the group kind of in an organized manner. And it's not, this is what I think Facebook did for it. It's just not a free for all. 50 members plus, 100 members plus. It can, a lot of people use groups and a lot of people are in there and they post a lot. And if you don't know who that person is, it can get kind of confusing. So the administrator may say, I want to identify you as the group expert so that when new folks come in, they know that you're an expert and you've been approved to answer questions. Because some people like, well, who is this person? Why are they answering everything? So I'm assuming that's why Facebook did the badges. It is something that is new, and you have to have 50 members or more before they actually will pop up in your group. Okay, here we go is the group affiliation. Again, I can change it here in the settings, not just on the cover photo. Group type. Okay, so the group type is a type that gives features to meet your group's need. Not all features are on every group type. So I have general, and this with the standard set of group features. If you buy and sell, then you can have that type of group, and some of the features are going to be different. If your group goal is gaming, like you're going to host a tournament or something, then you would want to switch to that. Social learning, if you're going to use it for, we had a group that was a virtual business startup week for the Reading Economic Development Council, and it was a 2-week thing, and people were involved in it. They had submitted their business ideas. They were then selected, and over 2 weeks they worked on pitching their idea, and this was a learning experience. We loaded up every week a new modular on a different type of like business planning, like, you know, how to do a market research. So it was a real learning environment. Some groups are about that. And if you are a trainer, a coach, you want to provide some speaking, you know, you want to do a class, you want to do a modular on, you know, how to be a public speaker, those kind of things, this would be the type of group that you would want to select. Jobs, and then parenting, and offers parenting badges, set up one-on-one mentoring. So general is what I have chosen, and my group is a general. It's none of these very specific groups. And you can change those back and forth. So once you select a group, you're not stuck with it for life. So, okay. And then the features. So in the general features, I have jobs. It can be on or off. And again, I'll show you where these are all sitting. Okay, so we have it on. Rooms. Now, rooms are an interesting feature. Rooms, let me see, I'm going to get to the right page here so I can get to the rooms. So this, it was kind of like a chat room, right? It's a chat room. And they're set up so that members can break off and have a separate room and start to discuss a specific topic. It lets members meet and connect over a video chat. If your group has fewer than 1,000 members, members can create a room if group administrator allows in their groups and allows members to create them. Room creators can choose to make the room open to the whole group or to make the room open only to members who receive an invite. They can also approve members who request to join the room. For now, you can only create an invite-only group room from your iPhone or Android, okay? Some details. You're going to get that explanation in my PowerPoint, so you can go back and read it. If you have 1,000 or more members, then group administrators and moderators can create the room. Members can only join a room if they're invited or approved to join by a room creator. So there are the differences between those thresholds. So allow video rooms in my group. I have that activated. Video rooms can only be created by moderators or anyone in the group. In-room chat allows chats in your room, and then auto mute frequently reported members. Now, I have not used this feature at all. Of course, I only have 2 members, so I haven't really had to activate the chat room. But this is a great feature, and it may be something that, you know, you might want to use down the road in your group. And your group may be splintering off into, like I could see it from my group here. If I had a group that were really wanted to know about placemaking or physical improvements in their downtowns and what everybody's doing, and how did you pay for it, and where did you get your benches, and how did you paint your mailboxes, then I might suggest that we're going to do a room and we're going to have a special guest speaker about that topic. And if you want to learn more about that, join this room on this date. That could be how you could use it. That's just an example for my group. Guides allow organized posts by subject to help people learn new things. Let's see. So guides are, this is something new. These are, you have to switch to a learning group. So social learning group, and I have to switch it to that, and they're calling it guides. And it's not, and you have to, kind of guides are like modulars. Like a guide would be about learning how to put together a marketing plan if I was doing it for, a business group. So anytime you're on Facebook and they have this like learn more, you can go there. Now mine is removed because it's not available on the general feature. It's only available in the social learning. Guides are. Prayer I don't have on, and host a Q&A is on, so I can actually host a Q&A. Only anyone in the group can host a Q&A in this. You can change it to just you, the administrator. Okay, moving on to manage membership. Who can join the group? Here is where you would let profiles and pages join. If it's just profiles, pages cannot join that group. So sometimes when I was asked to join some groups from my client up in Weaverville, the Weaverville Chamber. And they said, we want you to join these various groups, the Shop Trinity group, the Trinity Eats group, and a couple other ones. As Weaverville Chamber, I said, sure, not a problem, because I administer there. I'm the administration for their Facebook page. And I wanted to join as a page, not as Lonnie Lott. Nobody knows Lonnie Lott up in Weaverville. So I went in to join, and a couple of them would not let me join as a group because they had this feature. Now, one of the groups, I reached out in a private message to the administrator because I saw who she was. And I said, hey, I wanted to join as Weaverville Chamber, but Shop Local doesn't allow pages. And she didn't know that this was a default, that the profile and pages had to be changed. So she went in and changed it, then I could join as a page. So if you're trying to join a group as your page and it's not popping up when you are asked to join, it's just showing your profile, they have this, this feature of who can join just to profiles. Does that make sense to everybody? Who can approve request. I have it just as administrators and moderators. And who is pre-approved to join, and pre-approved membership requests from people who are already in your other groups, or upload a file of email address to pre-approved people on Facebook with those addresses. So if you wanted to pre-approve someone, this is a feature. Okay, that's membership. Now let's talk about, and remember, we're still setting this all up. So this is kind of the low-hanging type of, and remember, you're creating the group. So you're the administrator, you're deciding all of this as you go through setting up your group. Manage discussion. Who can post? Anyone in the group can post. You can change that. If you want to be the only one posting, then change it. But that is not the purpose of a group. Now, maybe in a hidden group, but I would think, unless your group is about you offering expertise and you don't want all of your members chiming in, possibly then it's a very eclectic group. You probably want to make it hidden. You probably want to do individual membership invites. And then now you're managing it as a person that's driving the group, not in moderating or keeping the subject on topic. Approve all member posts. I have that off. I do not want to be the administrator that gets and has to have everything approved and have all these notifications. So I do not have that activated. I let members post be approved, automatically approve edits. Members can edit their posts directly. Default post. Now choose the format that works best for your group. So if I wanted to do a default post, and I don't know, I guess that means you could just type something in there, choose a photo, welcome to the group. You write something. Yes. Oh yeah, write something. That's what this, oh, I see. The format that works best for your group is a default post. So choose a photo. What are you selling? Create a job. So obviously the default is what is in the news feed of the group. That is encouraging people to write something. If I was a photography or it's all about images or share your best pictures of your trip, maybe I would put it, choose a photo. What are you selling would be for if you were selling, right? Your group was set up for selling, and then create a job. So I have write something. Post shortcuts. This can change the shortcuts that when you create a post. This is just saying, do I want to do a live photo? Do we want to have the group do a live video? Do we want the group to post a photo, or do we want to take a poll? So those are just there. And then post format. Choose what kind of post people can create in the group. Then these are defaults. These formats come with every group. You have no choice over any of these in a group, of any of the group types you select. Everybody can post a photo. People can, camera, check-in. People can tag people. You can add your feeling. You can change background. Now, I can add a live video. I can let my group create an event, create a room, tag an event, get together, raise money, ask for recommendations. So if I select any of these, I say, I don't want them to, raise money. I don't want it to be about that. Add a file, add a GIF, sell something, create a job, write a prompt, ask for a prayer, as you can see, is not highlighted because it's not appropriate for my group. And then you save that. And then I'll show you where that pops up. So you can format all your different types of posts. And then we have advanced settings. And I'm not going to go into those yet for you because we just want to get set up. So let's go back to our group. Let's get back there, see if I can get to home. Okay, see how it changed purple? This stuff all turned purple. So when you change colors, it's changing some of the purple. So, okay, so now we've uploaded the banner, we've got our name, our group is a private group, which means it can be seen on people searching groups, but people have to be invited to it. And then here's joined, manage notifications, follow group, leave the group. Here is where I would invite folks. Now this is linked to my page. It's an affiliation of my page. And these are pages and people that follow my page that I've linked this to. So Arizona Cities, let's invite them. Josh Edwards, don't know them. Jenny Bill, Bonnie, I know. So you would just go through these and you may want to invite them. These are folks that are following the Arizona Downtown, not my personal friends. I don't know half these people. And the Arizona Downtown Alliance page has been around. Facebook page has been around for a while, so a lot of these folks have been following it. So then you just send out invites. Now, here is where I'm interacting on this group as my page. If I wanted to change it and interact as Lonnie Lott, now I'm interacting as my personal profile. It's just like a page where you can change those. This is my group. Now let's see if that changed the invites. Now these are all my friends, okay? Filter friends by category, groups in common, Grass Valley. So I can filter all my friends. Let's filter by those. Okay, let's see. That's my daughter. Maybe I'll invite her. Oh, I know him. Janice might want to follow it. Dale might want to follow it. Oh, they're going to be just like, what is she doing? What has she got going now? She started this group. They're going to be laughing. And these are my friends that I'm inviting to my group. These are my friends that I've allowed on my profile, right? And so some of these are being filtered by those who just live in Arizona, not who live in Grass Valley, not who are from my high school. So as I see, okay, so now I'm just going to send out those invites. Okay, now do you see the difference? Here I am interacting as Lonnie Lott. I'm the administrator of this page, as well as I have it tied to the page of that I'm an administrator. This group is affiliated with it. And when I went to invite here, this is inviting all of my followers of my page, my Arizona Downtown Alliance page. Okay, good there? Got any questions so far? We could probably do this for about 5 hours, right? Oh, you guys would be so tired of listening to me. Okay, now remember across on our pages where we had all of these different features? Here they all sit here. Here is the about. This is all about the group, right? I have 4 members. Here's my activity. Here are the rules. I have rules, and you can create rules for your groups. And over on the side here under administrative tools, if you go down, here are the group rules. You can create your own, or you can pull these down, and these are the ones that, let's see, before I do all that, let me see which ones. Okay, these are the ones I have activated, right? Be kind and courteous, no hate speech. These are created by Facebook. I am not putting no promotions or spam in my group rules because I want people to promote what they're doing. I may have a consultant or a practitioner or a vendor that offers things for downtown organizations, and they may want to come in my group and pitch something that they're offering at a discount. I'm okay with that because this group is about people that are passionate about their downtowns and working in the field and supporting it. You can also write your own rules. And I've seen lots of folks write rules for their specific group. For example, if it was that cooking group and everything had to be Danish, you may put in there only recipes that are from, the authentic Danish recipes are only, we only want to allow that in our group, okay? So that's a rule. So if somebody violates that rule, you can ask them, you're gonna kick them out of the group, right? So, and you can move the groups up to be number 1, number 2, whatever you feel is, your top group rules. I've seen groups with 5, 6, 7 rules in it, real specific. So you can, over here under rules on the left-hand side, you add your rules. They are not activated unless you want them. Okay, discussion. That's my feed. That's right here. This is discussion. That is, we have been trying to create in our group with only 2 members or four members. 2 of them are me. I haven't really generated a lot of discussion. I shared this. This was just happened, Casa Grande Main Street. I shared it in my group. And as the Downtown Alliance, I shared the link, and you can do that. I allow, remember, I allow pages to share things. So discussion is your feed right here. And this is where you would monitor what's going on. This is where people come in and they go into the discussion to see what's going on in the group. Guides. This is the learning modular, the topics. I don't have any topics to explore here. Members. This is where you see members. And this over here shows who I've invited, right? And these are members. Now, there's, we've invited one group expert. I haven't gone over and that would be me. I haven't gone over there to select that and become that. And then down here, here are the people that are new to the group. And these are, okay, and these are the people that I just invited, right? Right here. Now, when you come to right here, this is something that they've added. When you hover over this, you see their profile, right? So if we click on here, and as an administrator, I see this. I can go and view their main profile. And I'm you know, a friend with him already. So I go right to his full-on profile. Let's go back over here. If you, I'm going to go out of this. I'm going to go back to my home, and I want to show you in a group that I belong to how this works as a person that you belong to a group. You can have a group profile that is protective. People don't go to your full-on profile because you haven't friended them yet. So over here on the side, let's look at one that where's the one that I like to use as an example? Where are we? Okay, here's the one for Open for Business, right? Shasta County. Here's the group. I'm a member of that as an individual. This is me. I'm in my personal profile, right? See, there's me. So if I wanted to edit my profile, this is my profile for Open for Business only. I am this is my cover photo on my profile, but up here, down here in the bio, I added that I'm a business advisor for the Shasta Cascade Small Business Development Center and work with small businesses throughout Shasta and Trinity County. I put a little plug in there under my profile for just the group that I'm a member of, so that it kind of fine-tunes why I joined that group. With my regular profile, it says I'm president L.L.Consulting. That doesn't mean anything to anybody up in Reading under this group. So this is a new feature that they've allowed and have started so that you can kind of talk about, let me see, get my notes out here. It says here that Facebook heard that group members wanted to know more about other members and often to get to know them by visiting their profiles and reading their posts and comments within the group. To make the process easier, Facebook created member profiles. When you click on the name of a member in your group, you will be directed to a group-specific profile where you can see a feed of that person's activity. And then the member profile is available to all group members and is designed to help group members get to know each other. Administrators can also use the feature to easily learn more about group members. So you don't have to, you know, because if you're not a friend of somebody in that group, then you can't, you know, you don't really see their full profile on their personal profile. So this is a way of trying to keep the members of the group. So over here where I go click under, remember I'm in Open for Business. I'm just a member of this group. It has 3,900 members. If I click on the members, there I am. Here's the two administrators. And then I can go in here. I have 6 friends that belong to this group already. And then here are members with things in common. So here is, she's friends with somebody I know. And then I can see all. Now it's saying add as a friend. I don't want to add all these people as a friend. I just want to hover over them and see, you know, who they are, what they do. So he's the president of the Chamber of Commerce. And then here is what their profile looks for in the group. They've been a member of this group for this long. I have things in common, 2 friends that I know. They have no post to look at. So I can go back. So that, and then if I wanted to add them as a friend, I'm like, oh, I know Jake. I didn't know he was in this group. I do know Jake. So you just click on the name and click there. And if you notice, it's not taking me over to their friend page, right? To their profile. This is their little profile under the Open for Business. And Todd hasn't posted anything either. Interesting. So then I can just decide, oh, I know Todd. Maybe I do want to add him as a friend. I don't, but I now know he's in this group. Let's see, maybe John posts some. I'm trying to find somebody who posts something. There's not a lot of people. There's a lot of people belong to this, but haven't really posted much, huh? So that is the thing about your group profile. Did I lose everybody on this, or are you still with me? Go ahead and unmute yourselves if you want me to kind of go over that again. Good. We're back to my group now, okay? So those are members. Events, I don't have any events. You can, if there's an event that's happening somewhere in your page or one of the pages you follow, you can post it right here. You bring it over and you post it right here.
Lonnie, I think I had a problem with this last night.
Okay.
And I think my problem was I needed to have set it up under the options. So where there were adding the options like live, create event,
right,
tag an event, ask for prayer, all those things. I think I hadn't set that up in my page to be allowable yet. So when I tried to create an upcoming event, it wouldn't work. I tried more than one way and it wouldn't work. I finally just ended up posting it as the regular posting rather than as an event. I wanted to post it as an event because it is an event, but I couldn't get it to work. So now I think I've understood. The first I have to set it up in my page so that I can actually do it, and then I can make the event. So
right.
Okay.
So on your page, your author page, or your Facebook group?
My group page.
Okay. Yes, I don't think we can set up events through the group. You would need to set it up either as an event on your personal profile and bring it over to the group that you belong to that allows it.
Oh.
Or you set it up under your business, your page, and bring it over.
Okay.
Because I thought the same thing. I was trying to, create an event.
All right.
And there was no way I could do it either. And then I realized that it is for you to post upcoming events, share upcoming events. So let me show you one in a group that I did that to. That's a really good question because it's a great feature and it's a great way to share different types of events that are going on that either you're putting on or you want to share with your group or your group members want to share, right?
Right.
So, let me get it out of here. So let's go back up here. Let's go over to my groups. So okay, let's go into my pages. So I'm going to go to a page that I administer, and it's the Trinity County Arts Alive.
Okay.
And they have an event. So, oh my, I've already ran out of time. People, I've just like gone on and on and on, haven't I?
Well, but you're till 11:30, right? It's
yeah.
not 11:30 yet.
Oh, what time is it? 11:20?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep,
I've got
11:20. You have 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's look at share. Okay, so see under, this is an event that I've created under the Trinity County Arts Alive page.
Okay.
So let's say you would create that event under your page, right? And you would want to, if it's a page that, if it's an event you're doing and you want to share it with your group, right? Because your group is affiliated with your page. Should be.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just think about, okay, I'm on my page and I'm creating this event about this upcoming speaker that's coming, and I want to share it to my group. So
Right.
you're going to come over here and you're going to hover on that, and then you're going to go to share, and you're going to share to a group. These are all of the groups that I can share as my page to. So then I would want to say, okay, let's share it to the Trinity County events group. And this is going to be a public post. You know, Kristen, I'm going to have to, maybe I go the other way. I have to figure out how to do it because I did it and it was like awkward, because it wasn't like you're creating the event on your group. You're sharing it to your group in the event option. So
Right.
let me work with that after we're off, and I
Okay.
will email you directly. I'll email the whole group how to do it.
Okay. I would
Because
appreciate that, because
yeah.
I mean, I'm okay if I have to force it into just a general posting.
No, you should.
Because there were graphics. It was actually from a poster that was in another Facebook, and you could share from, like they had the little F, for being able to share it.
Yeah.
And so and nice graphics and everything, very colorful. And so I just wanted to add it to my page just for an upcoming event in Reading. And that's when I had difficulty, because I was in my group page as the administrator, trying to add it as an event, and it was already formatted as a Facebook type of share. So it should have translated over or transferred over quite easily, but I couldn't get it to work. Okay. So I ended up just making it a posting.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back though, after we're finished here. And you've given me a lot of fodder for a lot of different other things that I need to, spend time working through. And I want to make sure that I've got those options activated on my group page, because the way I've done mine is that I set up, so I have a personal page for me, and then I created an author page under my pen name. Mm-hmm. And then off of my author name, pen name page profile, I have this group page.
Right.
So in order for me to possibly, I don't know yet for sure, possibly do an event on the group page, I need to use my author page.
Yes.
It sounds like. Okay,
yes.
but I want to make sure I've activated all the group things that I didn't know I needed to activate.
Yes.
Okay.
Do that. And then I will make sure I'm giving you the right information and how to.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, everyone. Let me get back to my PowerPoint here and look at everybody. Are you guys all okay? Did I lose all of you, or did we, I could probably do another second part for this, right? Maybe that'll be something I do in the spring, part B, 201. So here is some more of the information that I shared while we were on here. This is about building your community, posting, and I showed you how to invite members. And then you can you can actually have insights on your own group. And that's it. What questions do we have besides the one that I'm going to dig into and get the right answer? How are you doing, Michael? Okay?
I'm doing fine. Can you, what's your phone number again, just in case?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Make sure I don't always, it's 602-738-8381. Text me or email me first if you want to set up a phone thing, because my schedule is crazy and I want to make sure I have, I don't miss your call, and
Okay,
can
thank
schedule
you.
time.
You've done very good. I didn't know anything about groups until you started talking about groups. So,
And Juanita, are you good? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I will stop the recording. It will stop when I stop sharing and the meeting, and then I will make sure I give you that link. I will then email you the PowerPoint and the answer to the question about how do we get the event over into our group, because that's a good one. All right.
All right. Thank you, Lonnie.
Thank you, guys. And just a reminder, if you haven't already signed up, we're going to talk about LinkedIn on October 7th, Thursday, October 7th, and it's in the afternoon, 3 to 4:30. So there's a switch. But if you've registered, I'll be sending out the link to the Zoom again with the information. Okay. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.